Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now February 13th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, a lot of fans around the world have been very curious and skeptical about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly what Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and others out there have in store for the overall Star Wars fandom. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they have over a dozen Star Wars projects in the works. Make no mistake, that is a lot of Star Wars TV shows to be working on. They've got Mando Season 3, they've got the Ahsoka Tano series, and more to come in the near future. Now, everything related to the Gina Carano situation, I'm very well sure that a majority of you out there know exactly what happened over 48 hours ago, when Gina Carano was let go and is no longer a part of Lucasfilm, and to say things the easiest way, she got fired for really, going on social media such as Twitter and writing what she did write, as we explained in the past couple of other posts, and that led to the firing of Gina Carano, which also led to a lot of fans really showing what, they really care about. They care about these characters like Cara Dune. They care about these actresses like Gina Carano. Now, a lot of fans are set to cancel their subscription with Disney+, many of which have already done that. And it's a very, sticky situation right now for Disney and Lucasfilm, because this is also creating a lot of problems for a big Star Wars TV project, which we're going to get into in just a couple of seconds. Now, everything related to the Gina Carano situation, alright? Lucasfilm right now, in a big mess, alright? Obviously because of what's happening with the Star Wars fandom, and how Disney is getting very much, I guess you could say, intimidated by all of that, and rightfully so. So, when we look at everything related to this, of course, now, given that The Mandalorian Season 3 is now in development, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are preparing to develop their list of TV shows for the Mandoverse. Now, it's explained, however, that behind the scenes, creator George Lucas is very unhappy and angry with the way things are going with the decision to fire Gina Carano, as that single-handedly is creating a bit of a problem with the production for Rangers of the New Republic, and leading Jon Favreau to want to cancel that show entirely by starting a new one to replace it, which in turn is going to cost Disney more money. Now, further, it's noted that Lucas is very annoyed with the Gina Carano situation and believes it was handled poorly and improperly, and how it is actually causing production issues as well for not just Rangers of the New Republic, but also minor setbacks for The Mandalorian Season 3. Now, it's described that Pedro Pascal will have less scenes in Mando Season 3, given that he will be working on The Last of Us TV series for HBO. Not just that, but Lucas is also very disappointed with the entire situation, given that some fans are walking away from Star Wars and canceling their Disney Plus subscription. Lucas is still working closely with Jon and Dave on the Ahsoka series and even Mando Season 3 and others out there. However, somebody else is set to play the Mandalorian for some scenes, while Pascal will be away for The Last of Us. So here's the deal about the Gina Carano situation, and as to why a lot of fans are very much, livid and angry over this situation. Say what you will about Gina, whether you love her or hate her, everybody has their own opinion of what they interpret of what she wrote on social media. I get that. Everybody has their own viewpoints, and I respect that. But the overall big problem that Star Wars fans are having is the comparison, right? Or as the fans are saying, the double standard of what Gina Carano wrote on Twitter and how she got fired, but how Pedro Pascal wrote something very similar, maybe even, if not worse than that, some would like to argue whether or not it's worse, on Twitter, and didn't get fired. That's why a lot of Star Wars fans are up in arms. That's the main reason right now, is because Gina was given the boot and Pedro Pascal was pretty much given the chair. And that's the overall situation right now. So, when we look at everything with George Lucas and how it really is causing quite a bit of stress behind the scenes because of these production issues with Rangers and The Mandalorian Season 3 and everything else that comes in between, of course we're going to have some minor setbacks. Of course you're going to have some minor delays. Is it going to be all that major? I highly doubt it. You know, a lot of fans out there are believing the fact that The Mandalorian as a series is going to be completely canceled. I highly, highly doubt that's actually going to be the case, as the scripts are already done. They are still set and ready to film this April. Sets are already built, and let's not forget that other TV shows are also on the line and are all the way midway through production. That, of course, goes for Andor and Kenobi, as well as the Ahsoka Tano show, which is now just entering pre-production, mind you. So, George Lucas, alright, I mean, I really do feel bad for the guy, because look at what he has gone through. He has gone through what he was promised back in 2013 of Kathleen Kennedy, trying to respect his characters, trying to respect his vision, and how she convinced him that she would actually do that. The opposite happened. A big 180 was placed where George was betrayed by Kathleen Kennedy. Then, throughout the entirety of the sequel trilogy, what did they do? They destroyed the character of Luke in The Last Jedi. Followed by that, soloist Star Wars story box office results failed, all because of Kathleen Kennedy. Rogue One, a Star Wars story back in 2016, a lot of Darth Vader scenes cut, giving us only a short few minutes worth of Darth Vader, which, okay, I was fine with that. It was significant for me at least, but they could have actually given the fans a little bit more for that. Now, related to everything of what Jon Favreau did to fix Luke in Mando Season 2's finale, and how we're now in this big dilemma right now of the Gina Carano situation, you can only imagine what's going through, you know, the cast and the crew's minds, you know, for the sets of these new movies, or TV shows, I should say. Now, obviously, you know, Lucas, everything related to what's been happening for the past couple of days, Disney is very intimidated. They're very intimidated because, well, money talks. That's the way Hollywood works. Money talks, right? A lot of these fans are canceling their subscriptions, or at least they say they are, and that's leading Disney to become very intimidated by what's happening with Disney Star Wars overall. You know, what's happening with their brand, how the fans view themselves as a company, so on and so forth. Nonetheless, John and Dave are still on board to really course correct Star Wars. That's still the main goal right now. That is the aim, and it's still going. There's no way that it's going to stop. You know, it's still going. We got Andor, we got Kenobi, we got Ahsoka, we've got Mando Season 3 and 4, and that's just the beginning. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But I do believe that this Gina Carano situation really did make a small dent into the overall Mandoverse. It's going to have this ripple effect on production. Alright, you're going to see some minor delays here and there. That's going to be a given. You know, you're not going to see Mandalorian quite possibly in May and or November of 2022. It might be pushed over another month or two to the previous already established month that they actually were aiming for. So, let's say, for example, they were aiming for May of 2022. That could very well be pushed over to June for all we know. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.